Hello everybody! Today for Creative Creatures, we're going to see how I draw a Rhino Spider. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. Or for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. So Rhino Spider, explanation time. I thought of a rhino beetle and thought, well, why does that have to be a beetle? Let's make it into something else. So, you know, that's what this is about, being creative and just drawing different stuff. So I made some kind of strange Rhino Spider. That's it, that simple. And it's going to be a quick drawing too. I mean, there's not much we can really do, right? I mean, it's spider-ish, it's rhino-ish, it's draw-ish, and that's really it. But rhino beetles are very strange and cool looking, right? So, you know, that's what I was thinking. Just do something weird, different. And I mean, it looks nothing like a rhino, but you know, we're gonna make it our own and make it look how we want, right? And just a multi-eyed, spiderish looking rhino thing. That's it. That simple. But also, I am going to give it like a segmented, like spiny back. You know, like something to set it off, make it a little different. You know, a little artsy, a little cool. And then we're just gonna give it legs. Just a couple of old spider legs. Couple 8 obviously, right? And not too much as far as detail goes, because I'm not going to draw all the what do you call it, the fur on the spider. So we're just going to kind of, you know, we're going to give it fuzzy legs, but for the most part that's pretty much it. We're just going to kind of, you'll see. I just got to get the sketch down real quick and then we'll do something. Did you see what I did there? I did the placement. So now that I knew where it's going to go, I can basically draw the legs the way I want them, the segmented parts. Okay. I actually owned a tarantula one time and I didn't know anything about molting. I thought it died. It just kind of flipped over on its back, and so I kept poking it. It's like, oh, it's dead. And then I found out, you know, later on it was molting, because obviously I also found out when it came out. But I feel so bad for it, because I was like, oh my gosh, the entire time I was poking it, I'm sure it was panicking because it's in such a vulnerable state. You know, it can't do anything while it's molting. So I'm sure obviously spiders don't think, but I just felt like the spider in his brain was like, oh my god, it was poking me, you know, while he's just trying to do his thing, or her thing, whatever it was. I have no idea. So I'm ready to go. I'm just going to erase some of these sketch lines real quick, but a lot of it worked out, so I can't erase too much. So I'm just going to lightly erase the sketch and go, because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil line. So if you're working with pencil, you just keep drawing. You don't have to worry about erasing. But me, I want my Sharpie to stand out, and you'll see how good it's going to look if we can erase that. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more Creative Creatures, check out that playlist right there, or just check out the playlist in general, because sometimes 90% of the time I've drawn what somebody's looking for. Just go over there and look and see what you can find. But just check it out in general, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff there. So let's just dive right in. I've already explained why it is the way it is. If you want to know, go back to the sketch portion. I'm just going to jump right into the legs. Or not the legs, the rhino horn, right? I'm going to come down here like this. Stop right about there. Bring the other one in like this. Stop right about there. and then design. And I'm just trying to give you a place of where we're going with this. Where we're going to Scary Town with population Rhino Spider. I mean, I guess it's not really scary, but it's kind of, right? I mean, it's not the most friendly looking thing. Although it might be. You know, it might be, oh, come on, guys. I just want to hang out and have fun. I just want some potato chips. You know, but we're all being mean and saying, you're scary looking. It's like, oh, that's rude. I just am the way I am. This is how I look. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of giving it some kind of shape of, like, you know, who knows what. It's just the spidery, rhino-y feel for what's going on here. Okay, so because I'm making it a spider, I'm gonna go ahead and do a bunch of eyes, and I want them to be kind of like the segmented spider eye. So I'm kind of doing like this. So it's not a perfectly round eye, right? And then I'm just gonna do a bunch of them. So I'm just going for the crazy spidery eye everywhere kind of thing. Right? And it's the same on the other side, but you can't really see. But we'll say you can see that part, like that one over there, right? And then this, I don't really have any here, so we'll just go ahead and just kind of go up like this. Now, I'm gonna make the head, and of course I'm designing it any way I want. I'm gonna give him some fangs. And, you know, again, it's just how we want to do it. So that's why I want to give him some scary old spider fangs. Something like that. And for the inside of the face, I'm just gonna do something like this. I don't know how it's attached, why it's attached, or what it's doing, but I figured we'll just do something like that where it kind of blends into this furry face, right? And that's the fuzzy thing about the spider, is that I'm gonna give it a little bit of like fur quality, just for all the hairs and stuff like that, but not too much. Like that, it's just gonna be subtle, okay? So for the back, well, you saw, I don't know why I'm explaining this. You saw the picture, you know where we're going with this, so I just need to draw it, right? Be quiet and draw, old man. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, so that's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, why am I explaining? You guys know the drill. You know where we're going. Just be quiet and draw, old man. Come on. Boring, right? I want to do some stuff in the eyes, but I think I want to do that with color. I'm not going to worry about that with the big old Sharpie. So for his back, or her back, who knows? I'm just going to do like, what if there's some kind of spiky, you know, bits to it. Because I want to do like the rhino back type feel. Oh, you know what? Let me do the legs, because I'm drawing this as a hard shell, but the legs I'm going to keep furry, and they're kind of coming out from under the shell. If the shell's edge is right there, the legs are coming out and doing that. So they're kind of breaking the edge line of the shell because they're in front of it, right? It's like if this is the shell, and then the legs were coming out and doing this, was kind of breaking that line of the edge. So I want to make sure I draw these first, so I don't accidentally draw through it. So let's draw the segments. I've already drawn them. I sketched it out, so I know where I'm going with this. And I talked about this in the sketches, like this is going to be a fast one because the whole thing is already planned. So I can just kind of jump into it, you know, and just draw sketchy, because like I said, it's going to look like a segmented hairy spider. Well, there you go. I guess it's a guy, because we're going to call it Hairy Spider. There you go. Good old grandpa joke for you there. I got grandpa jokes. All right. So it's going to look like that. We're going to do the legs that hairy. That's the extent of the hairiness. I'm not going to worry about too much more, because I think that conveys the hairy look without having to draw every single fuzzy feature, right? Ooh, I like pulling more than I do pushing, so let me go start from over here again. All right. And remember, you don't have to draw every single line like I'm doing. You know, you can draw it how you want. I'm just showing you how I draw, and you draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. So remember, you don't have to draw every single hairline like that. You do what you want. I'm just kind of showing you how I'm doing it. You kind of make it your own. You kind of get crazy with it, you know? All right, so same thing here. And I guess, honestly, too, now that I see it, only back here is where it's gonna come out from under the shell. So I guess it was a good prep, but it didn't really end up having to be too worrisome that it was gonna be breaking that, what do I call it, the edge. Go, something like that. It looks like it's cold, like it's frozen, you know. But that's my hairy spider technique. And most of it's going to disappear once I do color too, you know. But I'm just showing you how I kind of draw fuzz for a spider. So okay, so these are coming out from underneath this shell. This last one is stretching out just a little bit, so it's actually under the shell. I'm going to go ahead and just draw it. Like that. Okay, so that you can actually see where it's coming through. So let's draw the extended leg out like that. And there we go. Okay. Right, 4 down, 4 to go. But see what I'm talking about? That's why I want to draw these first, so we don't break that edge, because they're coming out from underneath it like that. Okay, now working over here. So I'm going to draw the underside of the body like that. That's his whole segment part. Then the underside's on the other side, but all you can see of those legs are this. Again, I sketched it out, so that's why I know where they're going to go as far as placement to look like it's standing there. So I didn't just draw straight across, you know what I mean? I looked at, okay, it's going to go like this towards the back, and that's going to look like a hand, almost like that's how it would sit. You know, what's in the back here, what's in the front. You just kind of plan stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. It's almost like a hand. You plan what's in the back, plan what's in the front, and then draw it. Sounds so easy, right? I'm like, oh yeah, you just draw it. How hard is that? Come on. I know. Be quiet, old man, and draw. I know that's rude but funny, just to tell myself that, you know. Okay, next leg down, or one leg down, next leg going. That didn't quite turn out like those. That came out a little pointed for some reason. But, you know, hey, we'll say that that's how this leg is. They're not all perfect. They're not all, you know, exactly the same. These are kind of hidden behind the other stuff. So all you can really see is that of that leg. And then this one, we're going to say all you can see is that of that one. Because just the way it's like, you know, flowing like these. And I'm going to color them in dark, so it just looks like dark spots over on the other side that you just really can't see anyway. So, well, you know what? That's good. There you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So for creative creatures, that is a Rhino Spider. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.